In this video, I'm going to review and compare 6 different condenser microphones in the $300 to $400 range to help you decide which one might work best for you. Audio quality is obviously very important when choosing a mic, so if you do want to skip ahead to the blind audio comparison, I won't blame you. But there are a lot of other things to consider, like built-in EQ or filters, form factor, and build quality. So first I want to share the unique features of each mic. I'm going to record each segment for each mic using that mic. That way you get a good idea of how they sound in real-world use. Then I'll play some additional audio samples within a vocal isolation booth back-to-back. That way you can compare them without any bias. This is the SE2200, a cardioid condenser microphone that helped put SE Electronics on the map. The SE2200 has a classic design and is very well made with an all-metal body. On the front is an attractive red SE badge as well as 2 switches with 3 positions each. You get a low-cut filter at either 80 or 160 Hz at 6 decibels per octave, as well as a -10 or -20 decibel pad for recording extra loud sound sources up to 137 decibels. Sticking off the bottom is the XLR port, which also slides into the included shock mount. You also get a threaded adapter for different mounting options, plus an external pop filter that uses kind of a zip tie style mount, which I think is cool because it's adjustable, but once you've got it set, you can't really accidentally knock it out of position like more generic gooseneck style filters. The SE Electronics SE2200 retails for $299. This is the Audix A133, a flexible and super compact condenser microphone. The body of this mic is all black metal, and it's one of the smallest options you'll come across. It has a -10 decibel pad switch for recording extra loud sound sources up to 150 decibels, as well as a 150 Hz low-cut filter at 6 decibels per octave. Along with the microphone, you get a threaded adapter and mic mount, all within a padded, zippered carrying case. The Audix A133 retails for $449, but I have seen it for as low as $299 when it's on sale. Audix also sells a version without all the switches in the A131 for $50 less. This is the Miktek MK300, a multi-pattern condenser microphone that gives you a ton of flexibility. This mic is nice and heavy and feels very well made, and it has multiple switches to help you customize it to your needs. On the front is a 3-way switch to choose between figure 8, cardioid, and omnidirectional pickup patterns. On the back are switches for a 100 Hz low-cut filter as well as a -10 decibel pad. On the bottom is the XLR port that can screw into either the included swivel mount or a full-fledged shock mount, and you also get a vinyl zippered carrying pouch as well. The Miktek MK300 goes for $299. This is the SE Electronics SE4100, a really unique looking and high quality condenser microphone. The SE4100 is all metal with a really interesting shape that makes it extremely compact compared to the alternatives out there. On the front is the red SE badge along with 2 switches. You get padding options of either -10 or -20 decibels, allowing you to record sounds up to a whopping 157 decibels, plus a low-cut filter at either 80 or 160 Hz at 6 decibels per octave. On the bottom is the XLR port that slides into the included shock mount, which is equally as flat in shape as the microphone itself. I really like this combo because it feels really open and gives you very easy access to get in close without it feeling like it's all up in your face like most other microphones. Everything comes in a padded hardshell case, making it perfect for travel. The SE Electronics SE4100 typically goes for $349. This microphone only has a cardioid pickup pattern, but you can get a multi-pickup pattern version in the SE4400 for $150 more. This is the Aston Microphones Spirit, a very stylish multi-pattern condenser microphone. The Spirit has a very unique look with a stainless steel body, waveform spring head, and metallic internal pop filter. This mic has 3 switches for customization, including one to choose between omnidirectional, cardioid, and figure 8 pickup patterns. You also get a -10 or -20 decibel pad for recording loud sounds up to 138 decibels, as well as an 80 Hz low-cut filter. On the bottom is the usual XLR port, but you'll also notice that the mic mount is threaded directly into the body of the mic itself, so you can mount it directly to a stand or boom arm, but you can also get their optional shock mount if needed. The Aston Microphones Spirit typically sells for $379. This is the Lewitt RAY, and it's one of the most innovative condenser microphones I've ever used. On the surface, the RAY looks similar to other Lewitt microphones like the LCT 440 Pure. It's got the classic square-ish Lewitt design and includes both a shock mount and magnetic dual-layer pop filter. The biggest difference here is that the RAY has what they call aura sensors on the front that can detect how far away you are from the mic, giving it two unique abilities. The first feature is called mute by distance, which is pretty much what it sounds like. You can set this mic to automatically mute as soon as you move outside of a specified distance. This is great for streamers when you need to leave the room on break, or for podcasters to talk to a producer behind the scenes without having to manually hit a mute button first, although you can also use the mute button manually as well. The second, but much more important feature in my opinion, is the RAY's ability to auto-adjust its gain as you move closer and farther from the mic. This gives you audio that's easier to work with in post-production and is really useful if you do any kind of content creation where you're moving around. I did a full review on the Lewitt RAY which covers those features more in depth if you want to check it out after this. The Lewitt RAY sells for $349. Now that you've seen and heard these mics all individually, I'm going to play audio samples back to back in random order. There's no post-processing apart from some minor volume normalization, that way you can compare them fairly. All of the following samples were recorded in my Isovox Go vocal isolation booth to eliminate as much room tone and reverb as possible. Afterwards, I'll share which samples belong to which microphones, and then you can leave a comment and let me know if there were any surprises. Every condenser microphone has its own unique sound, so the most important part of choosing a mic is picking the one that sounds the best to you. Every condenser microphone has its own unique sound, so the most important part of choosing a mic is picking the one that sounds the best to you. Every condenser microphone has its own unique sound, so the most important part of choosing a mic is picking the one that sounds the best to you. Every condenser microphone has its own unique sound, so the most important part of choosing a mic is picking the one that sounds the best to you. Every condenser microphone has its own unique sound, so the most important part of choosing a mic is picking the one that sounds the best to you. Every condenser microphone has its own unique sound, so the most important part of choosing a mic is picking the one that sounds the best to you. Now it's time for the big reveal. Sample A was the SE Electronics SE4100. Sample B was the Audix A133. Sample C was the Miktek MK300. Sample D was the Lewitt RAY. Sample E was the Aston Microphones Spirit. Sample F was the SE Electronics SE2200. So what do you think? Did anything stand out to you? I'll be following this up with another comparison video as soon as I have enough condenser microphones, so leave a comment and let me know which ones you want to hear next. Links are in the description, and if you buy anything at all after clicking my links, that's the best way to support my channel at no extra cost to you. That's it for now. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you next time.